Hello race fans and welcome to the first live episode of the CCJ Insider. Tonight we're going to take a look what CCJ Sports is all about, the CCJ specials, what we pay for the CCJ Championship, how it works, and take a look at the last 2 weeks in CCJ racing. Let's start off by just telling us what we are about here at CCJ Sports. All about bringing guys together, get away from their wives, or bring their wives along. Two of our teams do that, and just get away and try to become part of the sport as everyday people. CCJ specials here at our fantasy racing site. We have what we call the midweek mailbag. Last year, CEO of TSMD Stubbs Motorsports, Carson Stubbs, and myself, the jukebox JP Williams, we brought those every other week. This year, we're going to hopefully stick that directly on the Stubbs Motorsports, Carson Stubbs. We also have the Smack Talk board. A lot of people say that's just a board to post random stuff. Not in our league. Purely Smack Talk. If you don't have, Smack Talk to say, don't say nothing at all. This isn't a Facebook wall. We've got a CCJ Sports page, Facebook page for that. Do it there. Okay? We also have the CCJ outings. Last year, we went to Kansas Speedway. Had a blast down there. We went to the casino a couple of times. Fishing trips. Des Moines River fishing trips, I should be more specific. So keep an eye on the board for that. Let's get to what we played for. In years past, we have played for a buckle. All but one of our members have received their buckles. Robert Stiles and Carl Ramrod, they have not received their buckle. Am working on that as we speak. I was the 2012 CCJ Racing Champion. This is my buckle, nobody else's. We also have thrown around the idea about playing for cash. We started out, 5 years ago, I think, with 3 guys. Then we went to 5 guys, 6 guys, 11 guys last year, and we're at a whopping 20 guys this year. Really excited about that. The cash idea, we've thrown around $10, $20 a person. It's 36 weeks long. We've done it in the past just because we love the sport. We understand not everybody really, loves the sport and they want to make money. That's fine. I'll take your money. I don't have a problem with that. So let's throw out votes on the Yahoo Sports or the CCJ Fantasy or Facebook page. Take a vote on there. Let's get to how our CCJ Yahoo Sports works. Okay, each week before qualifying, Daytona was our exception because they had the Gatorade duels. You won't have that every week, obviously. All right, we're going to have to, you're going to have to pick 2 A-list drivers. 2 drivers you think will qualify and race well there. 4 B-list drivers, 2 C-list drivers. Now, the reason why we picked these before qualifying is because we're going to get bonus points for each qualify. I believe we go out to the 4 places. We're going to pick up qualifying points. So the reason why this could be beneficial is because if you have 2 A-list drivers that both, one really races well there, one qualifies well there, well, if you got a really good idea on which one you want to run, you might throw that good qualifier on there to gain those extra 10, 5, 3, 1 point. So that's kind of how that works. So you pick all your drivers before qualifying. That's what's locked in, the 8 drivers. Then after qualifying, before the green flag drops on Sunday's race day, you have to secure your starting lineup. Okay? So those are the 4 drivers that are going to score points for you in that race. You get extra points for leading the most laps, leading the lap, and of course winning the race. Hindsight, I don't want to hear anybody complain about how awful their starting lineup did, their bench would have won. Yeah, mine would have won all the time. I don't want to hear about it. Okay? And you get 9 starts with each driver. Pretty important here. Some guys got different strategies on this. You don't want to burn out drivers like Ricky Stenhouse. Our C-list driver group this year is very slim. It's going to be a tough year for us, I think. You're going to have to reach out to those Trevor Baines, those AJ Allmendingers that ran last week only. How many starts are they going to run this year in the Sprint Cup? Probably not that many. That would have been a good research tool. I didn't see a lot of people do a lot of research on that. I'm not surprised. We got a lot of rookies. Some veterans even still not pulling the trigger on AJ Allmendinger last week. But do your research there because you only get 9 starts with each driver. Now, if you can pick, if you want to run, Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the first 9 races, that's fine, as long as you think those are going to be his best 9 races. So, enough about that. Let's get to the last 2 weeks of racing. First week at Daytona, Jimmy Johnson, the Lowe's 48, goes to victory lane. Young Money, Kyle Larson. Young Money Motorsports, Dan Williams picks up the win last week with a 294. Dan is a veteran of the league, we'll say now, I believe 3 years in. Always brings an attitude, not always good, not always bad, and a lot of smack talk. So shout out to Dan Williams on that one in Young Money Motorsports. In second place, starting to rival really quick out the gates, is Honk If You're Horny, Josh Harvey. Josh didn't quite understand how our point system works. I think now he'll be able to see the value in a good C-list driver. Last week it was the good A-list driver at Daytona. So, that's a dice roll at Daytona. So don't feel bad about that, Harvey. And then we had a tie for third place last Daytona. Brock and Tristan both picking up a 234. Brock, I'm still going to consider a rookie. He's not proven to me he can run a full year and keep up with the smack talk, the board. He's a rookie still in my eyes. Tristan looks like he could be a front runner, according to that first week for the Rookie of the Year. And I got to bring it up. Pile Hopper, 128. Oof, that's rough. Not saying it is the lowest, but it might be the lowest written record for the CCJ Sports. So rough week for the Pile Hopper. Bingham there. On to this week, past week, Phoenix International Raceway, PIR. My pick to win was Carl Edwards, and he did bring it home in the Subway Fit Fresh 400. Cannot believe it. The winner of last week's Wormcat Motorsports. This guy knows nothing about anything with 4 wheels. Dirt, pavement, how to change a tire. Terrible. I cannot believe he won. I'll give it to him. Great job. Got lucky. And then again, top 3, Young Money Motorsports coming through with another top 3, a 352. So pretty impressive start by Young Money. He's set it on the smack board that he is out for blood. And he got a little rival pretty quick there with Harvey and with Car Ramrod. So pretty impressive by him. And in the third position, Allergic to Camo with a 351, my wife, Blake Williams. And I guarantee you're all thinking, oh yeah, you're helping her out. She placed 4th last year. She beat Cash, she beat Clinton, she beat Danny? I'm not sure on that one. 4th place finish last year. She gets her pick from one site only, and it's a Yahoo site. So I won't spoiler alert on that one, but give it to her. This woman came to race. She is no Danica Patrick. So nice for her. Also want to do a shout out to, I believe, Tony Stewart Racing. We hit his home track this week at PIR. Saw Facebook statuses from him saying he was excited to have the race fans in town. We were excited to hear about it. So shout out to Tony Stewart Racing. Moving on, let's take a look at our standings. The big climbers after 2 weeks, getting on the page, you're going to see up 5 spots, Allergic to Camo up 4 spots, Wormcat Motorsports, they go to 3 and 4, up 8 spots, Junior Buds, look out, 8 more spots, Tony Stewart Racing hit well on his home track, and then we go to the big losers at PIR. Woo! Down 10 spots, Dual Piston Tristan, rough. LHP Racing down 6. Pinchy Racing down 9. The biggest surprise is probably going to be the guy that dropped only 2 positions, and that's Robert Bell Racing. This guy's blown me statistics in text messages like he's telling me something I don't know. I don't know if he believes everything he reads, has no gut, maybe goes by guts. I don't know, but Dan Williams might have said it best at Young Money Motorsports, saying, bet with your checkbooks, not with your hearts. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's look ahead at Vegas. My pick to win at Vegas. I'm going with Tony Stewart. This guy had kind of a rough start here the last 2 weeks. He's driven. I really think he's got it together. He wants to win. He likes Vegas. Watch out for the Bush boys. But Tony Stewart, my pick to win. And I'm not going to do a who's not a good pick because I don't want to spoil that for anyone else. Embarrass them when they pick them. Obviously, Juan Pablo, Danica Patrick, Mike Bliss. Not great picks there. But my wild card, who will be on my team, the number 9, the Tasmanian Devil, Marcus Ambrose. The guy's, I think, going to be one to watch. Could be a good save option for a lot of guys out there. So that's about all we've got here tonight on the CCJ Insider. Glad you were here. Special guest next week from TSM Motorsports. He's going to be joining us live from Google+. I expect him to be somewhere right over here joining us. As always, keep the hammer down and stay tuned for next week. Later.